You know, how is everybody? I'm feeling a little cuckoo. Did I explain this at all? You see the way it looks this way? Okay? Now when I draw and I paint and I do my stuff, it's just crazy. You see the way it makes a football here? And it makes a football here? It's one eyeball, because they're eyeballing us for sure. And we're all connected. You see the way the shape of this is? It's just not any shape. It's a purpose shape. I don't remember what it is. I'm a little tired. But every time you have a family, in this world, it's 2, 4, 6, 8. Everything is doubled. But now it's tripled. Doubled, tripled. Let's play darts. Doubled, tripled. Darts. But darts are double, triple, and singles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when you play darts. You count up to 20. 20, 2, 4, 6, 8 equals 20, 2, 4, 6, 8 equals 20, 2, 4, 6, 8. Because this is the son of creation, it becomes the T transmission from here and here. You know that T, the way with the one arm going up like a half an eye? Well, that T ends up making 26. The 26 is part of 12, and it's part of 8. The 8 is part of this one 4, and that one 4 gives you that 8. 12 and 12 is your 24. Anyways, I really didn't want to talk about it, but if you turn this guy upside down, now he's hanging in the middle of the air, and everybody's trying to hold on to him. 20, he becomes 21 because he's got the belly button. And then 20, 20, 21, 20, 21, time heaven and Monopoly at the same time. 3 times 47 is 141, which is the 9 card, 1 for 1. You need to take all the cards, and each card tells you a different story. All you have to do is follow the suit and try and understand. I've lost some of my thoughts about it, but that's okay. What I want to talk about now is the double zero in roulette and the single zero in roulette. It has 38 numbers, but it shows a 39th number because the double zero is in the same area. So it's 37 in the French, but in the American, it's 38 numbers. But they didn't divide the 2 zeros up. The 2 zeros are together. Every other time they had zeros, they put it with the 10 as 0, they put it with the 20 as 0, they put it with the 30 as 0, but now they got 2 together. On the roulette board, from 10 for 26 more numbers. Isn't that funny? Another thing I just thought of. When we start at 10 plus 26 equals 36. That's how many numbers there are. So we start at 10. We start counting at 10, but actually the first number we get is because we're standing on the 10. So we have Z26. So if you take the 26 numbers and you multiply them by 2, that's the number of man, 52. Why? Before I do that, now what you want to do is you want to add up the first 9. Well, not add it up totally, but 9 plus 52 is 61. The one spirit is 6. Why did I add them up? 10 is 2 digits. 11 is 2 digits. They're all 2 digits, except for the single digits. That's why. So I add them all up. I got 52 plus 9 is 61, plus the 3 zeros is 64. Is this it? No, this is not it. This is my piano thing. You see we got the same 52 keys on the piano, and we have 52 parts of double digits. What I want to talk about right now, no, it's not about electric company. It's not about waterworks. About one day it will be if you ask me, if I can remind myself. But when you play Monopoly, when you turn Rubik's Cube, you turn 4 and 2 stand still. Baltic is property number 4, and the Mediterranean is 2. But you cannot get the Mediterranean because it's 2 next to go, and when you start on go, it's the first property. It becomes the first one. But think of this. Mediterranean, meditate, medium, Mediterranean, terrain, says ground and earth, geranium, German geranium, to rain the cats and dogs, to have the rain of all geranium, the Germans reign. Now, I'm not talking about the Germans, I'm just talking in basic from where the sounds come from. After that, we can put together and figure out what it is, but right now, we have to do. Another thing I wanted to mention is that when you take Baltic 43 And that's the term, 43 times time, which is 47. And it also gets you to Oriental, because Oriental is number 7. And now you're back at the Baltic. You see, you got 1 and 7, you're back at the Baltic again, in the Oriental on Monopoly. And it's a light blue-gray. Not only that, but India and Peru, 1776, they have a mark. Because if you look on maps, it'll say 1776 coordinations in these places. They also got a place in Russia, right where that thing came down, that big rock came down. Well, that was their rock. The other thing is the Baltic, that if you add up the Baltic to the Mediterranean, it adds up to 84, 84, Q and Q. Q and Q is 1717, it's the Queen, and it also equals 34, Mars and Earth. Don't forget, Mars and Earth does not have a U, so it's not a part of the Urantia project. The Urantia project has 7 spaces. Now there's 9. The reason we have the 7 spaces for 9 is because when you use the piano, you go from the first to the last, and you go from the second to the last, but you can't go from the third to the last, because that's creation, and it takes parts in 3 worlds. So if you take parts in 3 worlds, you have to reduce from 7, because the 7 is not in all 3 worlds. It's added on to you and part, but it's not. It's 172736, creation of 6. Now you have Mediterranean, Baltic, and the Mediterranean. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 6 and 8. Again, the spirit is 76. When you add it together, 6 plus 43 plus 41 equals 90. All of a sudden, it's 98. Why is it 98? Because it comes to a 0, and it's the 2 areas connected together, and it's the same property. Baltic and Mediterranean. Israel, is it real? Is it real? Is it real? Too many things say there's a gap. Even the Magen David is starting to tell me different stories. But there could be a Magen David that is real. But the Magen David that they show us, something's wrong with it. I'm quite sure. I've had a problem with it even before I knew what I was doing. Another thing I wanted to mention in the 0 and the 00 is in order to get 0 and 00, you have to put a house. So we put 1 0 in here and 1 0 in here. So those are boxed in zeros. Now we have 2 open face zeros. Why do we have open face? Because we are free, and there is another world that's free, but our mind is actually in here and half of this. We get one of the, there's 4 of them, we get this, and part of these 2, and this one gets only, gets nothing. We get 2, they get none. Look at this, I, H, 3 times H equals 24. The cat. 3 times I equals 27. The angel resident. Area 51, 60 is because there's 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. You see it's a C here. I could have left this open and just put C for creation and add up 6. Right? C36, C36, look, 6 and 0. Same number. Isn't it funny? I didn't even try to do it. But I bring it to a maximum. 60 and 51, 111. Center of the gematria tree, which is the roulette table, which is from 16 and 19, 17 and 20, and 18 and 21, which is the 7th inning stretch. And we haven't talked about that for a while. Let's stand up and get to the old ball game. Because it's at the 50-yard line. And someone's coming in. Do you know what the brace in the A is all about? Because when you make a hole, right, you put the brace in it, you shove the, you cut the corner, you cut a corner off, and you take this corner and you flip it upside down, and you put a bar in it this way and a bar in it the other way. You make an X, so you automatically have the corner cut. You flip it upside down, it's a V. You shove it in, you make an X to keep it open. The circle, right, is the O for 15. The X becomes 24, and that's 39. 13, 13, 13. The V is 22. It's 39, 49, 59, 61. The one spirit is 6 because man's got the cross and spirit on his back or in his head, whichever way you want to look at it. This is the real passage, the 50-yard line, the place for the cat to come on in into the house of the dogs. Why? Because the tic-tac-toe center is boxed in, and there's many ways to design it. I'm going to go and one thing. I don't know exactly how it works and how they take advantage of it, but here's, you see this guy and this guy, here's a bat upside down, reading information, transferring from this and this. Here's your grinder, 5, 2, 5, 2, 52 is man. Here's this one getting the information from here. Here's this one getting the information from there. Then they take the information and they put it beside your cheeks. And then they get the information from there, and lo and behold, your information goes all the way down here, and then you go to the bathroom and you get rid of it, because that's what the cats do. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus, there's still a lot to do. There's still a lot to do. Even this, here's your chicken house covered. Here's the flute. I showed you that thing about the Canadian $20 bill, on the back. It's insane. The machine is fantastic. They put into the minds of the people of what they should do for the next, for the realm of the next movement, the next years. Cars, every 7 years, every 4 years, they change them. They change the idea of it. Every 4 years they do this. Every 3 years they do that. They're always doing something for a reason of some sort, and it's all about mind control. Mind control, Mayan control. Thank you, Raphael 7286.